Welcome back to Avalara Next. I hope you enjoyed all the sessions so far. Please remember to fill out the survey after each session because your feedback will certainly help us improve our services. Also, please keep the questions coming. We will ensure that we address all the questions either during the conference or by an email. With that, let's move on to the next and the last segment of Avalara Next. In this segment, we have 3 technical sessions and 3 sessions from our partners sharing their experiences building connectors. And we have the perfect person to kick off this segment, someone who is in charge of all the technology at Avalara, someone who is responsible to make sure all the Avalara services are running flawlessly and scaling to serve billions of transactions. So joining us next will be our CTO, Denny Fields. Denny joined as a CTO of Avalara in 2018, and before that he held several executive leadership roles at top technology companies. He was Senior Vice President of Engineering and Chief Development Officer at Mobile Iron. As a Group Vice President at Oracle, he was in charge of building Oracle Service Cloud, and he also worked as a VP of Engineering at RightNow Technologies, which was acquired by Oracle in 2012. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Denny Fields.
Thanks, Amendra, and hi everybody. I'm very excited that you are joining us here today at our very first Avalara Next Developer Conference. You know, I've attended a number of company events, but none have got me as pumped up as this one. Why? Well, because this is my audience, and I never get more excited than when I get to present to a group of people that speak my language. And I don't mean Irish, by the way. We're engineers, I'm an engineer, and we like to solve hard problems, and we never back down from a challenge. And you have unique problems that you're trying to solve, and you want to understand what Avalara is doing to help you as you build your integration. Well, that's what today is all about. Today is your day, a day specifically focused on you as the developer, as an Avalara customer, and what we're doing inside of engineering and across Avalara to ensure that you have the best developer experience possible when working with our services and APIs. This is our very first developer conference, and it's my commitment to all of you that it won't be our last. In fact, I'm excited to announce today that this Avalara Next conference will be an annual event going forward. Earlier today, you heard from Sanjay Parthasarathi, our Chief Product Officer, about how the trends in commerce across consumers, sellers, and governments present an ever-changing set of complex problems for you to solve. I have to admit that since joining Avalara almost 3 years ago, I've started paying a little more attention to the tax on my receipts when I go shopping or eat out. I'm intrigued when I run into something a little bit unexpected, and it reminds me just how big of a problem we're solving in engineering for our customers. And the complexity shows up in everyday situations more often than many of you realize. When the pandemic is over, imagine going out in downtown Seattle in an area right outside the Avalara headquarters where I am right now. Avalara is located in Pioneer Square and is situated directly across from Lumen Field, the home of the Seattle Seahawks and the Seattle Sounders teams. This is a great work location and a great meeting spot for socializing or for catching a game with some work buddies. Your journey might start with a bite to eat in the restaurant in the ground floor of the office building where I am right now. Let's say you purchase a meal in the restaurant, perhaps a hamburger, fries, and a soft drink. Now, Washington State charges a tax of 6.5%, and the City of Seattle charges a tax of 3.6%, so the total tax charged on your meal is 10.1%. Now, let's say that after your meal, you walk 2 blocks to the football field, to Lumen Field. At the stadium, you purchase 4 tickets to the football game. Washington State charges no tax on admission tickets. However, the City of Seattle charges a tax of 3.1% for Lumen Field specifically. So the total tax charged on your admission tickets is 3.1%. But what if you decided to walk 1 block further? Are you still with me? To watch a baseball game at T-Mobile Park. Let's say you purchase 4 tickets to the baseball game. Now remember, Washington State doesn't charge any tax on admission tickets, but the City of Seattle does charge a tax. For Lumen Field, it was 3.1%, but for T-Mobile Park, it's actually a different rate. It's 5%. Are you still with me? So the tax charged is 5% for baseball instead of 3.1% for football. Are you still with me? What you buy and where you buy it matters for accurate tax calculation, especially when the tax for the same item can vary even right next door. Tax is complicated, and Avalara's technology takes care of all of this for you. Now, tax is even more complicated in the middle of a global pandemic, And COVID has affected and had a major impact on everybody over the past year. COVID has affected everything from how we work to how we interact with each other, how we buy and sell products. And yes, COVID has caused major changes in tax and compliance. And if taxes weren't complicated enough, COVID has taken things to a whole new level. Many states have created special sales tax holidays. Many areas have added tax exemptions on critical supplies such as masks, disinfecting wipes, and hand sanitizers. And COVID is forcing businesses to modernize their systems to facilitate digital and remote workforces. Internationally, events such as Brexit mean significant changes for UK and EU businesses. Avalara's technology helps you take care of all of this. Now, you need a solution that understands what is being sold and the pinpoint accuracy of where it is being sold to get tax compliance right. You need a solution that keeps pace when regulations change and maintains a history of all of these regulation changes to ensure historical accuracy for backdated transactions. Now, I didn't want to focus on the who aspect in my story, but that's important too. Whether it's business to consumer compliance or business to business compliance, our API platform has you covered. Avalara is known for providing solutions to some of the most difficult and challenging compliance problems on the planet. And all you need is a simple integration to work with our service APIs. Did you know there are over 1,000 integrations into the Avalara API platform? And many of these integrations have been built by developers just like you, and maybe even by some of you here today. In my many years of engineering leadership, it's remained true that developers thrive when they have access to the best tools available for the job. This is why we are investing so much in improving our developer integration experience. I'm truly astounded by the amazing progress we've made together through all of our engineering partnerships. And I'd like to take you on a short journey outlining what we're doing at Avalara for you, the developer, so you can continue to regard Avalara as one of the best tools in your development tool chest. In 2021, we're increasing our focus and investment on providing a simple developer experience focused on 3 core areas. First, improvements to our core and API platform offering. Not only new feature functionality, but also a new improved performance and resiliency. Second, a revamped developer web portal with great documentation, examples, a new partner network and community. And third, updated SDKs with better tooling and data-driven insights about the integrations, including usage and error information that we didn't have before, to help you make better decisions on improving your integration workflow. Now let's dig a little bit more into each of these 3 areas. Let's start with our core platform. Avalara has built an award-winning platform and API. It's recognized by the engineering community for its simplicity of integration, security, and ease of documentation. Our most popular API, providing the highest level of tax calculation accuracy, is used in millions of transactions every hour of the day. And we know that time is money, and the accuracy, speed, and reliability are all the key factors you consider when choosing an integration partner for your compliance needs. Avalara's platform stays on top of all of this, and it rapidly adjusts to the changes in regulations, tax rates, and mandates. Now, remember the COVID example I referenced earlier? Our customers and partners haven't skipped a beat with all of those compliance changes, and they didn't even have to change a single line of code. In 2020, we invested heavily in growing our platform services in terms of performance and functionality. We introduced support for e-invoicing in India to help businesses manage GST compliance. We enhanced our beverage and alcohol compliance with a new offering for wineries, distilleries, breweries, importers, and retailers. We can now calculate sales tax plus beverage alcohol tax rates, all at the same level of rooftop accuracy our customers have come to expect from Avalara. You learned earlier today how to incorporate cross-border tax compliance into your integration, another area we have invested in as we grow our platform functionality. And oh yeah, for you performance folks out there, our new tax calculation engine is now twice as fast at returning a calculation. We never stop in engineering working on ways to make our tax calculation service faster because we know the time is money. And as we continue our global expansion, we now deliver services distributed across 6 countries in the world. We have constant 24/7 monitoring and incident management distributed globally as we process millions of transactions every hour. We're excited about sharing what we've done with you. A lot of our sessions today are designed to introduce you to some of these new features. Now let's talk about what's coming in 2021. We're enhancing our API to include additional tax types, new features, geographies, and more. And for you as a developer, many of these features will be available to you with minimal integration effort. A large effort is currently underway to create a new One Identity platform. We want all of your integrations into the Avalara suite of products to be seamless and easy. And we're working hard to ensure that all of these services will support One Identity. This will make adding products and services into your integration even easier to manage. And we've had many requests for federated identity support. This is needed in large enterprises where managing vendor service access is often governed by the customer's own identity platform. We're working on this too. And we're driving consistency across all of our APIs with a new Unified API Platform initiative. This is designed to ensure you have a consistent and reliable integration behavior across the entire suite of Avalara products. Now, we know that an amazing platform will only get you so far if you have to stumble around on your own to figure out how best to use it. And that's why I'd like to take the next few minutes to talk to you about some of the things we're doing to improve the experience for our developers who work with our products and services. As I mentioned earlier today, I'm extremely excited that we're having this very first developer conference, and we're going to continue doing this every year. This forum is a great way for us to share new and upcoming information, tips and tricks, and interact with you, the developers, in a live and immediate setting. Our goal is to make sure these events are as useful as possible for you. So we encourage you to utilize the feedback surveys to tell us how we're doing and to get a little bit of Avalara swag at the same time. I'd also like to take a moment to highlight our newly redesigned developer website, developer.avalara.com, or as we affectionately call it, dev. It's gotten a makeover. For you to be effective developers, you need the right documentation, examples, highlights, and support to get the job done quickly and efficiently. And with our new improved website, you can quickly and easily navigate the API reference documentation, integration guides, coding examples, and help articles. And you can also find and download our latest API SDKs to help you build your integration quickly. And you can sign up for a free trial to get started with our services right away. There's a session later today that will take a closer look at this improved experience. But that's not all. What happens when you get stuck? Today, in engineering, we field lots of questions, ranging from integration certifications to dealing with a specific error case. We field questions about specific connectors, as well as more business-oriented questions around tax and compliance. The dev. Site currently supports a way for you to submit these questions, but it's not as interactive as we'd like it to be. And that's where our new developer community forum comes in. In Q2 of this year, we expect to roll out another massive dev. Upgrade, significantly improving how you engage with developers at Avalara. We're introducing a community forum that will enable developers like you to support each other with coding and integration suggestions, feedback to each other, and problem solving. Nothing beats direct developer-to-developer communication when you need help, and this forum will be actively monitored by a team of API experts inside of Avalara to make sure your questions are answered in a timely manner. Let's talk about tooling, analytics, and data. Starting with tooling, in 2021, we're investing more into our SDKs to help you stay up to date with programming languages and integration standards, and also to ensure you've got an easy integration toolkit that supports all the new features and products our growing platform has to offer. We're looking to expand this even further by building out a full integration platform facilitating all of your new integrations. This platform is intended to be a one-stop shop for all of your Avalara integration needs. Now, previously I touched on our platform and how it's monitored 24/7, and I talked about our Unified API initiative that captures and tracks more system data and analytics than ever before. Our platform engineers require great metrics, logging, and observability to ensure optimum performance and reliability of their services, to detect potential problems, to drive auto-scaling, auto-healing, and to be able to make data-driven technology improvements to the platform. Now, I'd like to share a few ideas we're throwing around inside of engineering. But as I'm taking you through these ideas, I'd like for you to be thinking of the feedback and ideas you can give us, and I'll tell you how to do that in a few minutes. We want this to be a collaborative experience so that we can deliver the things that help you, and we do want to hear from you. What if you could get details about the API call statistics for your integration or the average round trip time for each of your customers? We think the access to client-based metrics like the number of API calls, the number of failures, including 400 and 500 class responses for your integration or connector, could be very useful to you. These metrics could be accompanied by recommended actions for improving your integration based on real-world data. What about a dashboard that combines these metrics with additional useful information on your current connector or your SDK version, tying all of that to relevant information or documentation in the development community? Or what about an easier way to get notified about software and SDK version upgrades? Or what about details on the length of support and end-of-life timeline of your current software version? These are just a few ideas that we're looking at to make your life easier. But do they solve your biggest pain points? I'm grateful to have this opportunity to connect with each one of you and share a glimpse of what we're doing to improve your experience with Avalara. From our products and platform improvements to our newly revamped developer community to the better tooling. We do all of this for you, and we truly appreciate your partnership and are always looking for ways to improve. As you attend the rest of the sessions today, I'd like you to think about how what we're doing applies to your integration. How can Avalara make your life even easier as a developer? I want to know. Connect with us via avalaranext@avalara.com at any time to provide feedback or suggestions directly to me and to my engineering team, and to keep up with all the changes we're making in the Avalara development community. Thanks for joining us today, and enjoy the rest of What's Next.
This is super exciting. Thank you, Denny, for sharing that vision. Our goal is to become the most developer-friendly platform for tax compliance. And we are committed to invest in the platform and tools, the data and insights, and a vibrant community with you, the developer, in mind. So reach out to us, avalaranext@avalara.com. We welcome your feedback, and we look forward to the partnership. Now let's jump into the second half. Coming up are 2 technical design sessions. Derek Samford from our security team is going to walk us through how to build a secure integration between your application and Avalara. Following that, John Velozzi will talk to us about improving the resiliency of these integrations. 2 very important topics considering the trends we've talked about today. So let's jump in.